Hey trainers, Poke Dad here along with the Dancing Bear at first base.
KK shove onto it.
Great beast in his natural habitat.
Indeed.
And pressing on with Worlds Testing, we've got Rayquaza Garbodor with a teched-in Pheromosa for late game getting prizes versus Zoroark Banette.
Or early game pressure.
So
Pheromosa.
we'll see how it works. We didn't really care for the Cocoa in the deck, since we're shutting off abilities with Garbotoxin. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll take a look, see what we get. How'd you tell us?
Tells. Tells it is. I go first.
Here pretty soon we're going to put out a video kind of going over reviewing kind of Thunderclap and Fairy's Rise, the newest set.
Sure.
And I'm really excited for 3 cards. There's 3 cards in that set that I think are gonna open the meta wide open. So, no spoilers here just yet. We'll make a video on it here pretty quick. A deck that's been gaining some popularity
Pass.
is actually the deck that won Worlds last year.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir. How crazy is that?
Mega Audino.
That it's gaining momentum. Ultra Ball. Is there a Lily in this bad boy?
I don't think there is. There may. I don't know.
Lily would be perfect.
I think there's a Lily.
Yeah,
on that
there's
deck.
Lily. Perfect. Excellent. Lily to 8. Eight. Ultra Ball. Gravitas. And pass.
Drop a turn.
Yeah, the Gardevoir's gaining
Zoroark.
a little bit of hype. What do you think about that? Think we'll see the old girl make a comeback?
I think there will be a comeback for her.
Really?
The new card.
No. I'm talking about for Worlds.
Oh.
We're giving spoilers. For Worlds. Or Seagrove picked it as his #1 play for Worlds. Are you feeling it? That's what Cena has said too. Cena and Seagrove are saying Gardevoir's the play.
I mean, I could see it being the play to counter the Rayquaza. I mean, it has pretty good matchups. It has good matchups against the Zoroarks because the resistance. I think it could come back.
Yeah. It has good matchups against the Zoroark decks. As long as there's a consistent list. Has always been the problem. Still playing a stage 2, folks. So, I think it has good matchups against most of the Zoroark decks. Not against Trashlands and stuff like that. I think it loses to Trashlands. And yeah, I know you can shuffle items back in with the GX attack, but and you can Garbotoxin to shut off Secret Spring to limit their damage output, shut off Gallade, Artillery.
Footstone.
If they're playing Macargo, Artillery or something like that.
100. Oh, I should put it on top.
Next Elixir. Flipstone. Flipstone. And I'm just looking for that one energy attachment so I can one-shot Zoroark here. You smooth over to get field blow or something?
I put it on top of the deck.
One energy for this knockout. Got it. Attach. Retreat. Dragon Break.
Draw.
I think it loses to Zoroark, Trashlands, Garbodor. I think it beats Zoro Control. I think it beats Zoroark. But man, you take a hard L to the Buzzwole variants. Especially Buzzgarb. That's a big time L. I don't think I want to take a loss to any Buzzwole variant going into Worlds. An auto loss. What do you think?
I think that's pretty bad. Then what attack?
Malamar decks, I think you'd lose to that too. I think Necrozma just loads up 4 energies and one-shot you.
Yeah, and then they discard it, and then you...
Yeah, you discard it, so you remove all their damage. So, what would Gardevoir need to follow up with? They would need a Fairy DCE. That's only 90. So, another DCE and a Choice Band. So, we're talking 2 DCEs, 2 Fairy Energies,
Or,
and a Choice Band.
not 2. That'd be...
Oh, just one Fairy, 2 DCE. So that's 5 times, that's 150 and then Choice Band. So you'd have to have 2 DCEs and a Fairy and a Choice Band. And then Dawnwings could just use its protection. And then are you gonna max potion 2 DCs and a Fairy away?
No, that's not.
I think it's. I'm not liking Gardevoir more and more. If you're gonna take an L to the Malamar decks, and then take an L to the Buzzwole variants, what do you think?
I don't think that's very good.
And then, not to mention, you're inconsistent because you are a stage 2. You're looking for rare candy. So, I think that's bad.
100.
Rayquaza. Chat. Oh, did I have an energy in this card? Oh, yeah. There we go. Max Elixir. Another one powered up. Here's my Zoroark. Then Dragon Break.
I'll scoop. I'll go first.
I definitely like this version of Rayquaza the best. Better than the straight like turbo version.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the old Zoroark banette? Maybe a little bit overhyped.
I think I like Garbodor better.
I did too.
It's a base, or stage 1 press attacker. And it hits harder than Banette. Drop.
Well, I like the GX attack that it's like Decidueye that you can grab any 3 cards from your discard. Especially going into post-rotation. I really like this deck. I like this deck more for post-rotation than I do for Worlds. No puzzles, and so Banette's GX attack gets those DCs right back in hand.
Melee.
So I think that's gonna be better after the rotation.
Attach. And in.
Alright, really good.
Yeah. Zoro. Parallel. And pass.
Parallel really hurts, folks. In case you're wondering. Water tag. For Sycamore. Palpad. The in back in. Troublesome energy. Max 6. Attach return. Great. Dragon Break.
Zoro. Lele. Under tag.
As far as this deck goes, the Rayquaza Garbodor, I feel like we have the list 99% dialed in, so we'll make a profile of it here pretty soon. That way, if you're interested in playing this for Worlds or just want to have a look at it, test it for yourself, we'll try to get that going this week too. Alright, it looks like it's going to be a short video. Since it is a short video, let's just go ahead and, you want to go ahead and profile this for the folks real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Bear with us. We'll profile it as quick as we can. Separate it out as quick as we can. So just hang with us. I'll be boring for a few minutes, but...
I mean, you gotta skip it.
yeah, you can bump it forward. If I knew how to leave a timestamp or whatever it's called, I would, but I'm old and I don't know how to do all that stuff. That's my go-to excuse for everything, is I'm old. Guess y'all haven't noticed.
It's true.
You're going to go ahead and spread out the Pokemon and talk about it.
Yeah. Well, starting off, there's main attacker, 4 Rayquazas, a 2-2 line, Rayquaza Garbodor, 2 Lele's, 1 Latios, and 1 Pheromosa.
Okay, so ultimate consistent, you want 4 Rayquazas. That's your main go-to attacker for everything. You just want the maximum number. So, he's actually a really good attacker, surprisingly. He's reminiscent of the old Darkrai with the 20 and 20 more that you could use Max Elixir and Dark Patch and stuff like that with. But he's actually a lot better. And I'm here to tell you, I think post-rotation, he gets even better. Not immediately in end of August and September, but looking on to middle of October when we get Thunderclap and Fairy Rise, he gets really good. However, his Fairy weakness is going to be a major problem because there's a few cards in Fairy Rise that are just going to absolutely destroy this guy. But against everything else, he's pretty solid. So, I like him post-rotation. I like him early. Okay, let me clarify. I like him early post-rotation.
What about Shuckle and then the monkey?
That's in October.
Oh.
So I like him early post-rotation up until probably around Halloween, the week before Halloween, and then put it on the shelf. It's no longer playable. Because there's cards coming out in Fairy Rise and Thunderclap. Well, it gains something really good in Thunderclap, but I don't think it's enough to
make it viable.
No, absolutely not. Alright, moving on. 2-2 Trubbish, Garbodor, looking to Garbotoxin if needed. I mean, you saw in these 2 games where I just exploded with Rayquaza rather than try to get the ability lock going. So that's kind of at your discretion. This deck can it already has a built-in turbo engine, so you either go with that or you can go with the more control variant. I would say if I'm going first, then I want to just turbo through everything. If I'm going second, I want to play the more control route. But Caden was having a slow start, so I figured I could just explode past him in the race, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
2 Lele for setup. You saw how effective it was the first game, just grabbing that Lily, drawing to 8 cards. Lily really good in a deck like this because it's always getting low and thin. The Latios just for energy recovery. So it does just 30 damage, and then you can attach a basic energy to each of your dragon Pokemon.
Really good early game.
Solid early game, but you saw, just throw a float stone on her and go straight in with Dragon Break. So, newest edition, Pheromosa, and we've actually really liked this as a one-of tech for late game. Just 2 grass. That can get you to your last prizes because a lot of times maybe they field blower your wishful batons off or knocked out a couple Rayquazas, and so you lose energy. So Pheromosa 2 energy, hit him with the hard GX attack. So we like that. Baron Coco, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's our Pokemon. Unless you want to add anything there, Young Gun.
I think you got it all.
Alright.
And for items, there's 4
Nice way of saying I
Elixir,
talk too much.
4 wishful batons, 4 float stones, 4 mysterious treasure, 3 ultra ball, 1 stretcher, 1 peggle pad.
4 max elixirs, obviously we want to get those energies into play as quick as possible. Wishful batons, once we get those energies in there, we want to keep it. I mean, most lists are playing 1, 2 field blowers, so I mean, they may stick, they may not. A lot of other lists that you'll see play Fighting Fury Belt or Choice Band. There's not a right or wrong answer. You can make the argument for Wishful Baton, you can make the argument of Fighting Fury Belt, you can make the argument for Choice Band, because I've been in each situation to where I wish one was the other. So there's no magic answer for that. I mean, I guess you could just do a 1-1-1 line, but then my luck is it would be the one that I don't need. So we like the Wishful Batons though in this deck. I think if I had to rank them in order, I would say Wishful Baton, Fighting Fury Belt, and then Choice Band.
Yeah, I agree with that.
However, there was times where I just, like, if I didn't hit that last energy off the end to knock out Zoroark, remember I had Wishful Baton attached. I would have rather have been Choice Band. So, rambling, but you can make an argument for all of them. In this deck, we like the Wishful Baton. 4 Float Stones. This deck needs mobility, because Rayquaza has 3 retreat cost, and
so does Garbodor.
So does Garbodor. Lele 1 retreat, Latios 1 retreat, but
Pheromosa 1.
Yeah, so you gotta have mobility, especially if Rayquaza takes some damage, move it to the bench safely, you know. Because even if they Guzma it up, it still has Wishful Baton maybe on it, and then it gets knocked out, so those energies stay in place. So you just have to have mobility. 4 Float Stones is key. 1 Rescue Stretcher. There's been times where we had to get back a Rayquaza, just get it back, and then immediately power it up with its ability, and then maybe a Max Elixir and an attachment for turn, and all of a sudden you have a fully powered Rayquaza. Palpad. You're discarding a lot of resources, and most of the time you're looking to get back Guzmas, Ends if you're behind, or Cynthia for Shuffle Draw. So now our cut, we did have 4 Ultra Ball. We cut the 4th Ultra Ball for the Pheromosa. So if y'all are wondering why there's only 3, there was 4. 4 Mysterious Treasure. It's the best draw in the game for this deck.
You can grab everything except Pheromosa with it.
Grab everything except Pheromosa with it. So, that's what we got for items.
Starting the supporters. 4 Sycamores. 4 Guzmas. 2 Cynthias. 2 Ends. Single Lily.
Love the single Lily, as y'all saw again. Game 1. Getting to draw to 8 from the thin hand. So, 1 of Lily, perfect for that Lele Wonder Tag. Grab Lily for turn 1. And you're not looking to play from behind a lot of the time in this deck. So, 2's fine. Same with Cynthia. You want to go aggressive. This is your supporter that you want to play almost every turn. You either want to play Sycamore or Guzma after you play turn 1 Lily. So, for Guzma, like I said, you have to have the mobility, lots of heavy retreat costs, plus you're discarding them with the ability, so you need to maximize your chances of chasing down a specific target. And that's what you want to do with this kind of deck is you don't want to just knock out whatever they put in the active. You want to chase down the threat that can knock you out. So maximizing the Guzmas is the play here. And that's it for supporters.
And with this deck, we don't have any stadiums, so...
No stadiums. In the other decks, we played Devoured Field to add the 10 damage, but I never felt like it was needed. It was more needed with the Fighting Fury Belt, wasn't it? To hit 190, because you could get the 180 fairly easy, and then you just couldn't get the 190 for Buzzwall or whatever, right?
Right.
So in that version, Fighting Fury Belt with a combination of Devoured Field, but then you could make the argument, well, why didn't you just play Choice Band? Because then that eliminates the need for Fury Belt and Devoured Field. So once again, going all the way full circle back to the Wishful Baton, Choice Band, Fighting Fury Belt, you can make an argument for each one. Anywho.
7 and 7 for energy.
7 and 7 for energy. Simple as that, folks. It's a winning formula in Japan, and if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Because you could improve.
No, it ain't broke. The guy in Japan won the Japan Championship, so he obviously had the right kind of energy. So we'll just kind of cheat off his list. So is everybody else in all fairness. So 7-7 it is, and please like, share, subscribe, and be excellent to each other.
And party on, dudes.